Money for nothing. How you doing,
And the chicks for free.
Tolavich? And the chicks for free. Yeah.
Money for nothing.
Feels good to be back.
No,
No, right?
no, man. I left heaven and came to
Hell.
purgatory.
Worse? Worse?
I'm like in between heaven and hell right now.
Ah.
Which
So,
is
cemetery.
I mean, to be
Could be.
honest, yeah, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come and sty. How's it going?
I'm good, man. I'm
I love
good.
the guitar.
Apart from some many bubbles in my mouth, for stressing reasons.
Oh, you have
Come
bubbles
on,
in your mouth.
you had the chance to experience the bubble as well. I think in your life, right? Or
What do you
not?
mean? What do you mean?
Oh, you have bubbles in my mouth.
What do you mean bubbles?
Oh, bubbles is like uh, when it's hard to talk and to um,
Like you had like a seizure. You had a seizure.
yeah,
When did this
correct.
happen?
2 days ago. 2 days ago.
Oh, dear.
They always come up like you wake up in the morning and you have it.
Really?
Yeah. With me, it's like this. Yeah.
Are you serious? Why you just
Serious,
been an
yeah.
asshole?
Yeah,
Wow.
maybe.
So what have you done to address the bubbles from your mouth?
I mean, you need to take some products for
Seizures.
yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Has
but
this always been? Has this always been with
maybe
you?
no, but sometimes it happens.
I mean, like when did it start?
Mouth sore. This is the what I have
Mouth sore.
after
After the
you know
fact.
after.
Sure. Well, how long have you had bubbles coming from your mouth?
Probably for because I always eat in the summer strawberries,
Yeah.
and my body is not tolerate strawberries.
Strawberries.
Yeah, but I don't care. As always, I don't care. So
Of course.
I have to
Why
pay the
should you?
consequences.
Why should you? Your life could be on the line, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter too much.
Yeah. Also to the people, it doesn't matter to the people. My bubbles in my mouth, right?
It matters to everyone, but to you for some reason.
Yeah.
You know what, man?
Yeah.
Like when we got to like normally anytime I leave the UK and I get back to the UK, I always feel relieved because I guess the UK is kind of like home because I guess my family's here now.
Yeah.
So it feels like home. And you're like, oh, it's like nice to be back home. But this time around,
It's bittersweet, right? This time.
no, it was just bitter.
Just
Yeah, I felt like I was
makes
sucking
sense.
on a lime.
Yeah, you feel like you should have moved your family to Italy, right?
I feel we should have moved our
That's
family. Absolutely. At least to a nice part of Rome, that sort of thing,
yeah. I will
Maybe
try to
the,
convince Tommy to do it, so you will follow for sure.
well,
Applying to her company for a job, begging to her.
exactly. Go through the entire process, exactly. Just to get
Yeah.
me to move to Rome or Italy generally. I don't even care which part of Italy, to be honest. Maybe not the heavy mafia sector, but everything else, yes.
You would
I could,
accept.
Exactly. I'll chill the Pope. And
Yeah. The Pope. You can apply for Pope assistant. You
I
know.
might do that actually. Help out with bread.
I see you doing that very well. Serving
Yeah.
the Pope,
Yeah. Just doing me some more bread.
cooking for
Some more
him, and
and some
the bread in
wine.
the mouth and wine during the
Exactly.
mass. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
You know, praying for people.
Fits. You fit to the role. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pray for people. I'll tell them, I'll pray to God that they stop being moronic. You know,
Yeah.
you know. I'll have miracle hands, like working miracles.
what can,
Yeah,
what your hands can do. Show them.
exactly, exactly. Fry some chicken.
Yeah.
Why not?
Smack in their face.
Exactly.
Slap in their faces.
I
That's
can
the
do that.
best.
I can do that. That's the best job
That's the best
description.
thing. Yeah.
Imagine if that's on the job
Absolutely.
description. Can you slap
Yeah,
people in the
and you
face?
don't have to respond to the justice,
No,
because you
no.
are the spiritual
Where
leader.
where where the moral code? We define the
Yeah,
moral code. Yeah,
yeah.
that's pretty much it. And
You are just doing the word of the Lord by slapping them in the face. So
I think God would understand.
yeah, yeah. There is always this excuse, God told me to do it.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
cannot
yeah,
prove it wrong. They cannot prove you wrong.
yeah. Absolutely. They can try, but how are you going to prove that God
But they
didn't?
cannot communicate to God,
Not
so
like me. No.
not like you. So
Yeah.
there are no proofs for them that
I
you
think I'll
were
make
in
it. I
the
think
wrong
you know
side.
what? I think I'll make a great pope. Like I think I'll do so well as the pope's assistant. He'd be like, you know what? This guy needs to be the next pope.
Then you
You
have to
know?
kill. Then you have to kill the Pope
No, 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 no,
in
no.
the dream time, the sleep,
No, no, not
and then
necessarily.
you take over.
No, 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 no. I'm not that
Uh,
eager, but
so you are going to wait
I'll wait. Yeah, yeah, till I'm like
for
75.
the age. Yeah, when you will be 60. Because they are very well treated, the popes.
Yeah, like the Queen.
Always every morning there is a blood check, there is good food.
Hmm. I
They are
watched.
built to last. They are built to last. The popes.
There's a film on Netflix called The Two Popes,
Mm.
and it's on the current pope and the previous pope. I think his name was Pope
Oh,
Benedict,
the Nazi
the
pope.
Nazi dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Nazi
and
pope.
yeah, it was really cool actually because it kind of showed their different personalities and how they got on. And of course, this guy is like the man of the people, that sort of thing. And yeah, I thought, oh yeah,
Then he
that's
left.
well, the Nazi left, even though
Yeah.
he was portrayed as a nice guy to some degree. But how nice is a Nazi, right? Um,
Absolutely, absolutely.
but my favorite part of the movie was when they were both watching football. Because I can relate to that though. It's like I think it was Argentina versus Germany in the
Yeah, yeah.
2014 final, and because Benedict was German and the new guy Francis is up from Argentina.
Argentina, yeah.
Yeah, it was like this nice banter between both of them. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I was like, yeah, I could be the Pope just watching TV all day. I could do that and pray for people
Yeah.
in the evening. Then
Yeah,
go
but
back and
you
watch
should
more
have
football.
also a good memory, I think, because remember always the same speech, the same prayers. It's
Yeah,
really
but
hard.
once
But after 60 years that you do it, you are telling that it's easier. Yeah,
yeah, after
I
60,
totally get it. Yeah,
after 60, yeah,
repeating
yeah,
for 60 years the same things. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, it'd be
Because
good
the things
to.
are not changing over there. You don't have to
Well,
take other certification like the real world.
yeah, you don't need an upgrade. You don't
Yeah,
need
no
you don't
upgrades.
need a you don't need a Prince 2
Yeah,
project management upgrade. Yeah, yeah. There's
like
no
it's much
there's no
easier. Yeah.
software download.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But
So
if I could if I could go back in time, I would for sure pursue a career in that sector, because I imagine myself in as a, I don't know,
man of God.
yeah. I would say, I would say, uh, let me think.
You know what? I can picture you as a man of God. You're a man of God. You just don't know it.
Archbishop assistant. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not very exposed, right?
Mm.
If you are an assistant in that sector, okay, you have no many responsibilities. If you are an assistant, so
Nah, that's not true.
for everything will respond the archbishop.
No, no,
So
no,
if I
no.
am an assistant, I will go to parties. I will use the credit card from the Vatican City,
No, here's
like
how it works. No,
some
here's,
people are doing. No, man. Some
no,
people are doing.
listen. No, listen. Here's how it works, right? The
Mm.
assistant has to clean up the mess. As the
No, not
archbishop,
in that field.
no. The archbishop has to give the sermon. He has to be the guide, the voice of reason. He has to compromise on the church's values. He's very busy, right?
Mm.
The archbishop. So that's the archbishop. He's very busy, but not as busy as the guy who has to clean up after his mess, which is the
So
assistant.
I
So
will be the secretary of the archbishop assistant. Sounds
no,
better.
I mean, because okay, so we've both worked in the corporate world. We know that the lower you go, the more sweeping you need to do. You want to be at the top. You want to be the guy saying, "Do this for me, do that for me, and make me look good." So you want to be the archbishop. You want to be the archbishop. Yeah, it's like being the queen. The queen doesn't do anything at all.
Okay, so let's say
But
I
the queen
would be
assistant, but the queen
archbishop
assistant has to
directly.
write probably write her speech, has to pick out her dresses, has to wipe her nose, has to make her breakfast, make sure that she's not poisoned. They're very busy, but the queen just looks pretty. So you need to be the queen. You should be the queen.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
probably because from reading the newspaper, there 5 years ago there was a gay abbot. You know abbot, an
You
abbot,
mean what's an
head of a
abbot?
monastery.
Ah, right. Okay.
Okay, that they are in charge of using the Vatican credit card. Okay, and they can do whatever they want. And this
Right.
guy was present in the worst gay chat and application for gay people for meetings.
Oh yeah.
And he was planning also like he was a normal person, parties with sex,
Mm.
drugs, and many things. And he got also paralyzed because of the excessive use of drugs.
Drugs. Really?
Yeah. So it was amazing. This story was really incredible. What they can do, and then they discovered after a few years, but at least for 4 or 3 years of freedom, of high speed life. You can understand and you can give up then, right?
Yeah. I
But
mean, you've done
this
it.
guy,
You've
he lived to the limit for 3 years. They they discovered that he was used to travel in Brazil to
really
go to gay people, yeah, in Switzerland to the beauty centers and
interesting.
stuff like this, and also in the environment of Rome, he was well known because he was in the all kind of drug parties, gay parties with the people on fire, you know, going wild every night like this, and he was an abbot.
Wait, so he was using the Vatican's credit card.
Yeah, of course, of course. So from that moment, I realized that I did everything wrong in my life
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
I only need to enter in the church environment, and then I will drive a Ferrari and I will go around like the job is always guaranteed because
Absolutely.
over there they are not firing people because they have to show mercy to the people in order to follow their lead, to the
The worse the
other
sinner.
people.
No, no, no. The worse the sinner you are, the more mercy you get.
Yeah,
Absolutely. The worse you
yeah,
are,
yeah, yeah. This is
the more like
the
you are to
golden
secure.
rule. The golden rule, man.
The worse you are, the more likely your job is secure. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's.
yeah,
Yeah, I love that
absolutely.
insight. I love that insight. Yeah, I think we've been doing it all wrong. I mean,
Do
because
what I say, but do not what I do. That's it.
well, well,
This is the law.
technically, technically.
That's
Oh,
a good life, man. 3 years
it's,
on the top, and then
but that's a
you start to
classic.
go to
That's a
hell.
classic Italian
Like
move, though.
Lucifer.
But but
You
that's
reach the top.
and then you fall
With
spectacularly,
parties, high
and then you
life,
burn. Yeah, exactly.
prestige, prestigious life,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, then you fall and you burn.
drugs, sex, and rock and roll for three
Yeah.
years, trips of any kind, That it's not just the physical trips; it's also the mental drug trips.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, man, now we are too late for this step in our career.
Well, it's never too late. It's never too
No,
late.
they don't accept after 25, I think.
Really?
Above 25,
Above 25.
you cannot
That's
be enlightened by God anymore. So
oh
you
wow.
have to give up.
I'm upset now. So there's no chance for
You have to get married with someone after 25.
and have a mortgage.
That's very sad. Yeah, and the mortgage. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I mean, it's worth trying. You could be the outlier that they say, hey, we need you
Yeah,
regardless of your age.
because through my company, I cannot do that. Only through the church you can reach this kind of life,
Well.
this prestige. My company is not going to promote me for this life for sure.
Well, you never know.
Or I cannot
I've
hide
seen. No, here's
things
the
like
thing.
this.
I've seen the way the way you Italians are. Like you guys enjoy life so much. I
Sky
think
is the limit.
I think if you brought your manager along, as long as the
I
manager is
already
involved.
done, man. I already done, and
Ex-
it
ex-
worked.
exactly. You see what I mean? So I think as long
Yeah.
as they're involved in the fun, then it's all good. If you're just the one having fun,
Yeah,
then
they get
that's the
lost
problem.
as well. So
Exactly. You
with
have to
you,
get
they
lost as
get
well.
lost with you. So
Exactly. Exactly. I've seen you guys. You guys are special, man.
yeah, like the Abbot. Yeah,
Oh man. But yeah, I mean,
a
so
true leader.
if so to anyone who's listening, if you want to live your life to the fullest, join the
Yeah,
church
yeah. Join
and
the church, guys. Really.
and get an American Express card.
Yeah. Oh, it will be given by merit
For merits.
for merits. Yeah,
Yeah,
by the
yeah.
Vatican. They appreciate the things you are doing, so they give it. Fucking hell, man.
That's just ridiculously dumb.
Yeah,
All right. Um.
amazing.
So, do you have the poem in front of you?
Hmm. Give me a second. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. To
I have a
recalibrate. Sure.
guitar, but let me scroll back. Okay.
Ah, yes. Your guitar is beautiful, by the way. So,
You
are you
like?
gonna play? Are you gonna play something for us?
No, not today. Not today.
Well, maybe one chord. You can't let it just sit there, man. You gotta go like
All
Mark
right.
Knopfler.
This one is because it's on the case. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. This is
That
for
was
you. This song
that
is for
that.
you.
Yeah, go on, man.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. This is
Okay,
my
so
solo. My
okay,
solo.
so you're supposed to say this song is for you, then play, not play some shit. That's it. This song is
And
for
then yeah, but it's always working on the opposite. So
exactly.
yeah.
You guys are very backwards. You turn everything upside down. Oh god. No, that was nice. That was nice. At least you've given it the first few chords. You know, I like that.
Yeah.
That was cool. Okay. So this poem is called "Always" by Pablo Neruda. Do you know who this guy is?
It should be a Spaniard.
Yeah, I think it's is either Spanish or South American. I think South American.
Probably South America, yeah.
South American. Yeah. I like the name. His name is cool. It's like Pablo Neruda. It's like Pablo Escobar. You know,
Yeah, like it could be also a porn actor. The name, Pablo Neruda. It's
well,
very top notch for
this man is a
the adult industry.
this guy is a dignified poet. So we'll assume that's what he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's not as
The
interesting,
adult
but
industry.
of poetry. All right. Let's say it's poetic, but I don't know about that. Anyway, I'm going to read this blurb and we'll try to figure it out. So it's called Always by Pablo Neruda. I am not jealous of what came before me. Come with a man on your shoulders. Come with 100 men in your hair. Come with 1,000 men between your breasts and your feet. Come like a river full of drowned men, which flows down to the wild sea, to the eternal surf, to time. Bring them all to where I am waiting for you. We shall always be alone. We shall always be you and I, alone on earth to start our life. By Pablo Neruda, the Spaniard / South American dude. Well, what's your instinctual nature telling you?
I don't know what he wants to say. Honestly. I mean, I don't totally get it. What he wants to drive me to think with
Right.
this poem. So
I think I get it.
maybe drive me crazy, but I tend to not think about it.
Yeah, I think that's probably not the motive.
Yeah.
I think I get it. I think he's talking to a woman.
Oh, really?
He's talking to a woman.
Okay. Yeah. The first stanza. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's clear. It says, I am not jealous of what came before me. So it's talking about come with all these men that you've been with, I suppose. But I will be there. So if you go to the third stanza, second line goes, bring them all to where I am waiting for you. So it's like, I'll be waiting for you when you're ready or when you're done.
When you're done with being a man-eater.
Yeah, being a special lady. We shall always be alone. We shall always be you and I alone on earth to start our life. So it's almost like, let's say you guys are born on the same day, you and this woman, and you meet each other at the age of 30. She's had her experiences, you've had your experiences. And at the age of 30, you guys finally meet. And it's like, okay, she's had her experiences. Let's live. Let's forget about that. Like, there's nothing I can do about that. I will move on and start our life. This is a fascinating poem. Do you know why? So, especially in the modern age, I think a lot of people struggle with this. I think the idea that...
You mean because there is too much consumism?
Yes.
for this. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm done with it. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I personally don't dwell, but it is it is um it is something that I would rather not have to encounter or have to adapt my mindset to.
Yeah,
If that
yeah,
makes sense. Yeah, because it's almost like you have to kind of like make peace with your partner's past.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Basically, yes. But
Yeah.
also, you can. I now that I'm starting to think seriously, I'm thinking also that
Mm.
uh, nowadays it's really difficult to find a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And when you find a good one, you know that she has a past, of course. Okay.
Right, right.
But what is more important is that uh, you realize that it's like uh, it's getting tough here.
I think I get it. I think what you're trying to say is, look, learn from mistakes.
Hmm.
Um, that's one way to look at it. Or this is the world we live in.
Yeah, because
Um,
you know already that the people after one step wrong, they decide to. I mean, the 90% of the people they decided to stop it and go for something else. That's why I
right.
was telling about the consumism
Mm,
period
mm.
we are living. These are the days of this, when you love your new camera or new iPhone. After 1 year, you don't love it anymore. And
Mm.
it's getting like this also with people. That's the incredible thing.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, at the first hard time, you leave it. There is
Yes.
not the will to fight to fix the things.
No commitment.
Yeah, also, yeah.
No commitment. It's the idea that, oh, I can get something new, I can get something better.
Yeah, like saying we are stronger than this hard time. We are going to
Yes.
overcome it together and fix the things together because this is the most important. But nowadays, it's not the most important thing. The
No.
most important thing is to be okay now. So if it's not okay now, I leave it and I try to find something new,
Mm,
basically.
mm. Yeah, I think that kind of summarizes it very nicely. I think the way my mind works, I think I'm going a little deeper beyond the fact that people move on from person to person. So I think that's part of the problem. But I think the problem here is that people don't. Okay, so I think agreeing with you, people don't understand what it means to sacrifice and be selfless
Yeah,
and to humble themselves for the
that's the
betterment
base.
of the relationship. Exactly. Right. So that's why they keep jumping from person to person. But it's also that idea of trying to figure yourself out rightly or wrongly, and you're making silly mistakes because you can't commit or don't want to commit to something full time.
Yeah, also, yeah.
I mean, I dated this girl who I remember it was weird actually. Like the first date, I think we spent like the whole day together. Actually, it was quite nice, I guess. But we literally got started talking about different topics, and it kind of strayed into her past.
Hmm.
And she indicated as nuancely as she could that she had a past. And when a girl says I have a past with men, that's a loaded statement, right? And of course, I didn't want to judge her. But that's not, well, first of all, you can't judge other people. It's like you don't know what the circumstances are.
It's not our business,
It's not our business. But at the same
That's
time,
it.
if this girl was supposed to be the person I spent the rest of my life with, then I would need to. Okay, so let me put it this way: it's almost like a child doing something wrong, right? Let's say you have a child, a son, and maybe he breaks your neighbor's glass. Well,
Okay.
the child isn't going to go to prison, but you probably end up going to prison for that crime, so to speak. So so using that analogy, the idea that you've done something wrong, let's say you've had a past, sexual past, whatever, and you then meet the person you're meant to be with, and then I have to then come to terms with your mistakes because you're now go, okay, this person is not perfect, fair enough.
Yeah, but you didn't know this person before, so it's not even a mistake.
Well, it's not a mistake, but it's also because we're human. Even as exactly because we're human, we go, this person has this sketchy past. Can I come to terms with it? So now your past is now my problem. I think whether you like it or not, it's not because you're judging the person or or you feel like you're better, but now you have to decide whether or not you can live with what this person has done. Does that make sense? Because like, okay, if you've had a boyfriend here, a boyfriend there, even though the opposite rare, like if you've had a girlfriend here, a girlfriend there, but rather than having maybe like a few, you've had maybe like 40. Then that's problematic.
It's getting interesting.
It becomes your problem because now you're going, okay, I like this person, but can I, if I
plan something with her? Yeah.
Can I plan something with her? Can I help him? Can I move forward and build something real with this person without their past coming up to haunt us or me?
Yeah, it depends. It depends the way you are planning. What it depends on what you are planning. If it's
well, if you're planning. Well, if you're not serious, then it doesn't matter because you're just part of that experience. Yeah. Then you're part of whatever she's been going through already, and you're just another point on the score sheet, right?
Yeah.
But if you're saying, "Oh, I love this girl, I want to marry her," blah blah blah, but you're
then
also
it's harder to accept.
Exactly, because you're like, what the fuck were you doing? For
there are more feelings involved.
15 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you've been up to no good. And I think that's what this poem is talking about. This guy seems to have gone, you know what? I don't care what you've been through, right? Like you said, come with the 100
I'm here now and ready to be taken forever.
Exactly. He said, come with 1,000 men.
It's my time. It's not like it's my turn. It's different.
Exactly. It's almost like, okay, now let's start.
It's my time. It's not my turn. It's my time.
Exactly. Because he then ends up by saying, we shall always be you and I alone on earth to start our life. Right?
Yeah. So it's like he's able to kill the people also. He's able to kill all the people in the world to stay, to remain himself with her, and that's it. Also.
He's able to close the chapter on her past, or she's able to close the chapter on his past and move forward and start that. So that's the key. It's been able to go, okay, can we start a life together? It's not, can we continue in this mess?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, now let's be serious and start our lives together. So
correct. But if I were a girl, man, I would be very worried by this poem. Reading this poem, it's like a maniac who's writing.
Why do you say that?
Oh, just me and you forever. Oh my god! I would think like if my feeling will change someday, he's going to kill me. He's too addicted, like a maniac.
No. I don't get that sense at all. Well, it's problematic if you
I
if
get it if this poem is written after 6 months, 1 year of relationship, but before a relationship like this, it's a huge statement.
no. Well, I mean, yeah, sure, but he's talking about the woman he's going to be with forever. So let's assume he hasn't met her yet. You're right. Let's say it's like pre-relationship. I don't think he's talking about just any woman. If it was just like any woman that came along and said, "Okay, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you," then that's a problem. It's like, okay, then you're not being deep about this. But he's saying, no, the actual person, regardless of her flaws or her mistakes or her infidelity in the past,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, that's that. The chapter is closed. Let's start afresh together. So that's what I get. Because when he talks about 100 men in your hair, 1,000 men between your breasts, on your feet, come like a river full of drowned men. He's basically saying, you know what? Look, I know life is rough. I know we do stupid things. It's hard for me to even come to terms with this, but I will, and I'll endeavor to do so, and I will. And once I do, we can just move on and start properly. So that's what I get from this poem. The title is serial killing, though. Sound like a good because it goes always. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my god, like really always. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Even beyond death. Yeah.
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 I give you this one also. Yeah.
Good answer. So what's your final take on this?
That the guys don't push it to the limit like this before a relationship, please. Save your reputation, guys, because if you write something like this, you will be dismissed by the girl for sure. You will be rejected.
It depends on the girl.
I mean, love will not start like from a poem like this, It starts if there is a meeting with the girl. You get along well. You are able to make the girl smile, laugh, and there is a good chemistry. But like this, it's something from. It's very distant from me, in my opinion. To write to a girl in order to get the girl, it's. You have to know it before. This guy, I don't know if he knows the girl, or it's just a way to be romantic.
It's not romantic. It's almost. I think it's actually brave. I think it's a brave thing to write. Okay, here's my take. I think my honest take is a little controversial, especially in the sort of times. I think everyone should take responsibility for themselves.
Yeah.
Right. Don't make your problem my problem. Right. So if you are living through your 20s and you're sleeping with whoever, whenever, however, and then you come back from the dead, so to speak, and you want to start your life properly, and you meet someone who has not done what you've done, they are going to find it hard to come to terms with your past. And it's not because they can't come to terms with it, it's because even though they do, that's a strength on their part. And it's always something that we should really have to put we really should put each other through that process. I think it's hard. I think it's selfish, because it's almost as if you're sacrificing the future for instant gratification. So it's rather going, okay, the person I want to be with, I don't want that person to have to content with who I am as a person. Or too much anyway, because we all have baggage, we are all damaged, and we all have flaws. But you shouldn't exacerbate the problem by not living appropriately, right? Because if you know that you're going to find someone you're going to fall in love with, spend the rest of your life with them, well, you should almost prepare for that. I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm not saying don't be young, but don't be stupid. I think there's a fine line between being young and being stupid. If you're being stupid, then it means you're damaging everything that could come after, if you see what I mean. So I think this guy is saying something that not a lot of... It's almost like dating a porn star. It's like, okay, you know what you're going to get from that. You're not going to commit your life to a person like that. Not because that person is bad, not because that person hasn't changed. Maybe that person is now a doctor or a scientist or whatever. But it's like, my God, you did what? You're like, okay, now I have to kind of think what I need to do to figure out whether or not we can have a life together, because your past is like sketchy, So it's a little controversial. I mean, some people probably go, "Oh no, don't." It's not about judging anyone. First of all, it's just about that everyone take responsibility. Like, don't sacrifice the future for what you want now or what you think you are going to enjoy now. And that's a hard message to put across, but I think it's relevant. I think it's important, so that you don't have to write a poem like this. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to write a poem like, "Oh, you could have sex with 1 million men, but you know what? I'll forgive you and move on." It's like, oh, really? Give me a break.
But I have a question for you, my friend.
Go on, buddy.
What if you received a poem from a girl that you don't know, like this? And then after the first meeting with her, because of course you are interested about discovering this writer,
right?
You don't get along well,
right?
You recognize that she made stupid, something stupid. No,
right?
Tell me.
So you're saying if I got a poem from a girl like this,
and then you don't get along well when you decide eventually
to meet. Yeah, I mean, then you move on. I mean, I don't think this poem is everything. I think this poem is speaking to a particular state of being. I think it's speaking to a particular
condition,
human condition, exactly. Like, if you were faced with this situation, what would you do?
Oh, okay.
You know? Yeah. So I don't think so it doesn't necessarily mean that that the girl will meet me or I meet the girl and we'll get along. She's just saying that, hey, look, I think if we're meant to be together and you so happen to be a loose person from your past, like in your past, then maybe I can forgive you. Because there's an element of forgiveness there. Because like I said, if it's like a porn star, we easily judge that. We go, no, I don't want to marry a porn star. But
it's something interesting also, this topic, but we can discuss in the future.
Yeah, sure.
Marrying a porn star.
Yeah, I'm sure you have your own take on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but on a serious note, it's like, okay, we know what we want.
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons, yeah. But we know what we want deep down. We kind of mess around and say stupid shit, but it's like we know what we want. And it's like, hey, if you don't have your hair properly screwed on, then there's a problem. Yeah, you can't start a family with something like that. You just bring more idiots into the world.
Yeah.
And your life will be miserable. So, for always, your life will be miserable always. Like this poem is called, Always. Your life will be miserable always. Yeah. So my message to you idiots out there and that's everyone listening. Take responsibility for yourself and don't make your problem other people's.
Yeah, be brave. Be
Be
brave.
brave and be brave as well. Equally be brave because no one is perfect, and we're all trying to figure life out.
Yeah.
You know what? I could definitely be the Pope.
I know very well. Yeah,
Imagine if the Pope gave that speech.
this poem.
He'll be the greatest Pope of all time. Like, you know what?
Yeah,
This guy is
the
telling me
goat.
he's like, you know what?
He's the
I'm waiting
goat.
for you on the other side. He's the goat, basically. It's like, wow, really?
Written by the Pope at the end instead
Written.
of Pablo Neruda, the Pope.
Oh, Pope Francis.
Pope Francis.
Imagine
At
reading
the
stuff
end.
out. Like, yeah. I say, you know what, guys, just be brave. Yeah. Be brave. Don't be complacent.
Be brave and chill.
And chill. Yeah. Be like the Italians and enjoy life. Don't take it too seriously.
Enjoy. That's all it matters.
Exactly. And laugh at the world. Laugh at the world.
Yeah. Most important.
That's the most important thing. You have to laugh at the world. You know, Einstein laughed at the world.
You learned how to do it, right, in Italy. Now.
Come on, I've always
you
been
have
that way.
to.
No. I've always been that way. It's just that I've now seen people like me.
Oh, finally.
It's like, hey, it's like after all this
familiar country.
Exactly. It's like, hey, I think I could settle down here. You know. The way you guys have dinner as well is like you guys can spend like 4 or 5 hours just around the dinner table, just talking. And like, I don't do this.
That's more typical from south of Italy, and I love it. I love it.
I can't stand it.
Like Spain, also, it's like the same of south of Italy.
Yeah. I mean, they're chilled. They're so chilled that it makes me look like I'm uptight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, really? I love people generally, like good people, not most people, good people. But I don't like spending like more than 20 minutes with people. I just go, okay, enough. I don't mind.
But in London it makes sense. But in the right context, it's different.
I agree. Like if it's done once every 20 years.
Yeah.
No, but I get what you mean. So I think if you have around the right people, I think you can make anything work. But even then, I don't like
you can adapt.
Yeah. Yes, I don't like to push too much on that because I think if you want something good to be preserved, you have to manage that situation. You don't want to go overboard. So if you're having dinner for 5 hours every night, I'm going to get sick of it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah, but like all of the things, if you eat pasta every day,
which you guys do,
you're going to come on.
You guys eat pasta every day. I had rice.
No
once.
way.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, I had rice once. You guys, I think we had pasta most of the time in different forms.
But because you order pasta, man. It's not my fault.
No. We cooked pasta.
Oh, okay. It was a plan.
No, it was delicious, but it was like, okay, you guys eat pasta almost every day.
Yeah, but you were the queen, so you could have a word with the chef saying, "Oh, come on, for this night we can switch."
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have it every.
You were the
but we
queen,
had it. We had it. It was frequent enough that I noticed. So I noticed that you guys eat pasta.
No, because this is too much also for me every day. No, in my case,
but you don't
once
eat.
Every 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, but you don't. Yeah, that's even a lot. Why you eating pasta every 2 or 3 days?
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But that's culture as well. So
yeah.
I love it.
You eat the chicken every hour. So.
Yeah, I eat chicken every 20 minutes. You know? So exactly, it's a cultural thing, you know. So
yeah,
man.
Like a maniac.
At least like a maniac.
Exterminate the chickens.
Exterminates twice over. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, all right,
But
man.
it's not an outlaw deed, so it's
No,
fine.
no, no.
You're still
it's
in
also
the law.
it's also about what you enjoy,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, I like chicken. I also like pasta, but it doesn't mean I want to have them every day.
You have both, you know.
I don't have both
Not every 20 minutes, but
every 20 minutes. No, not every hour.
not every hour.
Yeah, yeah. So in conclusion, be brave.
Be brave, guys. And be
Yeah,
the cow sometimes.
yeah, and don't be
It
stupid.
works. It
Don't be
works
stupid.
out.
Don't be
And don't be
stupid.
stupid.
Yeah. All right, man. I want to go have something to eat. Probably some chicken
Yeah.
and pasta. Yeah.
Yeah, very likely.
Most likely. Most likely. What
Yeah.
else? What else is there? Really, what else is there
There is
apart from chicken and
nothing.
pasta?
There is nothing more. There is only pasta and chicken, I guess.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you're not eating pasta, you're
It's
eating
not a
chicken.
hard decision.
If you're not eating any of those things, you're probably asleep. So yeah.
All
All right, man.
right. Bye, my girlfriend.
Ah,
See you soon.
yeah. That was weird, man.
We are weird. We are
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, yeah. Sure. All right, man.
Take care, eh?
Ciao.
Ciao, Tola. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.